Good morning students. In the previous video we had seen about the OSI reference model and their optical transport networks. Now in this video we will be seeing about the internet protocols. So internet protocols is going to be available in a network layer where it is going to contain both the addressing and the control information there, so that it can enable the packets to be routed within the network. So the internet can be characterized as a logical architecture there. So where in this architecture we are going to have multiple different networks, and these multiple different networks are going to be interconnected so that it can be able to communicate from one node to another node without knowing through which network it is going to be connected, how the routing information is going to be between them. And here your IP is going to provide the means of the internet protocol is going to provide the means of communication between the link and the transport layers. So a virtual connection, we are going to establish a virtual connection is going to be established between the nodes, which is going to requiring communication when IP is going to be combined with a specific higher level protocol. So the higher level protocol are going to be your transmission control protocol or the user datagram protocol. So for this, we are going to prefer your TCP/IP protocol is going to be preferred, because your UDP/IP user defined protocol does not guarantee the reliable delivery of data. So in comparison with your TCP/IP, and it is going to generally encapsulate the data from the link layer protocols such as the Ethernet. So the framing information is going to be then added in the second stage, and finally in the third stage the resultant data is going to be mapped synchronously onto the SDH or the SONET frame. The second stage on the column in the three tiers are going to comprise of your IP, a thin layer of SONET and dense WDM. So a thin SONET layer is going to be present in the second stage with the switch from WDM to DWDM at the physical layer. So we can see here, these are the internet protocols for the optical networks. So here we are going to have the media. In your link layer we are going to have the network access, and the network layer is going to have an IP address, your internet protocol, where the internet protocol can be of either a TCP/IP or it can be your UDP/IP, which is going to be available in the transport layer there. So the different implementation schemes for this IP are going to be over the WDM and the DWDM network is going to be. So here with the asynchronous transfer mode, we are going to have the IP to be concatenated with your asynchronous transfer mode of transmission then. So when I am going to go for your SONET transformation, in between this IP address and the SONET, we are going to introduce a thin layer called SONET thin, when I am going to switch from your WDM to your DWDM network there. So this is about your internet protocol. So here internet protocol, which is going to be over your physical layer evolution, and the transfer flow patterns are going to be seen here. First we will see the point to point WDM network. So we are going to have a WDM network at the transmitter side and the WDM network at the receiver side. So here whatever signals we are going to have, this wavelengths are going to be multiplexed, and it is going to be either optical to electrical conversion or electrical to optical conversion is going to be done, and then it is going to be processed in your IP router there. At the receiver side, again it is going to be converted back to your electrical signal, and then it is going to be your wavelength division. Your electrical to optical conversion is going to be done, and we are going to have the wavelength division multiplexing. There is a demultiplexer at the receiver side, it will demultiplex it there. So here we say that your IP over point to point. So this IP router is going to be over point to point WDM network, which is going to do your optoelectrical conversion. So this optoelectrical conversion are going to be available at the edges of the routers there. So here in this case the routers are going to be directly connected so that it can provide high capacity point to point WDM links there. So here your entire traffic is going to be processed in this router there, and it is going to be processed at the packet level after converting the optical signal to the electronic domain and then extracting the packets from the signal stream. So here when I am going to have the IP router is going to have the full traffic there. So instead in this case, when the traffic is going to be passed through this IP router, we can say that is going to be a transit IP there. So most of this traffic which is going to be processed by the IP router is going to be a transit traffic. So here this IP over this WDM architecture is going to utilize this high capacity of this router, which is going to have high throughput, and it is going to be a power consuming router there. Even though when I am going to handle this transit traffic in a router at the packet level, it is going to improve the filling of the optical links due to the statistical multiplexing, and because of that we are going to have an average delay and the packet loss is going to be increased there. So here, which does not provide an efficient network. And also when I am going to have a transit traffic, I am going to have the scalability problems there, because these routers are going to be overloaded with the transit traffic, and these are not going to be easily scaled in terms of the increasing number of high speed ports. So the internet protocol over the optical transport network we are going to see. Till now we had seen with your WDM networks. Now we are going to see the IP over your optical transport network there. So when I am going to use your IP over your optical transport network, where your traffic is going to be bypassed through the node. So here in this case it is not going to have any termination, or it is not going to have any termination at the ends. It can be either switched in an optical cross connect without the optoelectrical conversion there, or it can be when I am going to have from the local access network, I can use an IP router to forward the packet after the electrical to optical conversion, and this optical cross connect will route the signal or route the optical signal to the DWDM network available at the receiver side. So here we are going to have your both IP over your wavelength division multiplexing and your IP over your optical transport network. It can be considered as a reconfigurable network there. So since it is non-reconfigurable, it is going to rely heavily on the existing SONET or the SDH network there, or it is going to depend on the ATM based hierarchies there. So the internet protocol, which is going to be over this optical transport network, is not going to allow the bypass of the non-transit traffic there. So here in this case, by placing an IP router onto an optical cross connects, which is going to provide a wavelength switching optical transport network layer. So the traffic routing is going to become independent of the distance, in the sense that the traffic between any node pair can be routed in a single logical hop. So here you can see that we are going to have the transit traffic that can be switched in the optical layer. So it is going to be switched in the optical layer instead of being forwarded only in the rotors as depicted in the optical bypass. So here we are going to have a straight signal, that is an optical bypass available in the optical cross connects, and we are going to have a transit IP or the transit traffic that is going to be handled by the optical routers there, IP routers there. So here the advanced version of this IP over optical switches is where the packets are going to be switched only in the optical domain. So that is all optical domain. That means that we are not going to have any optical to electrical conversion there. So when I am going to use that, I will be using either optical packet or switches or optical bus switches there. So the electrical to optical conversion will be required at the network edges there for the control operation to enable the access to the network. Thank you.